And then Saturday, since Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
I've just been losing a lot of games,
Okay.
like a lot of games. Because so initially I got to Plat 2 initially, and then I don't know. Saturday, I think I lost like 90% of my games on Saturday and Sunday, and
Okay.
now I'm in like Plat 4 again.
Okay.
I mean, I can have a look. I lost like, let me find, I lost like 8 in a row, which wasn't great.
Okay. Okay. Do you take breaks between games as well?
Yeah, yeah, I did do,
Nice. Okay.
but yeah, I just lost a lot in a row.
Hmm. Oh, well, yeah, I think that can happen. This one of the things. Yeah. Sure. Sure. Well, what have you been working on lately during those games though?
Like, because I've been writing stuff down as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just give me 1 second. Like I just seen like in Plat when I got to Plat, it was like I just seem to die so quickly now,
Yeah. Of course.
and it's like, yeah, because obviously people are better aim and people are better and blah blah blah. But it's like if my team, how can I word this? Hang on. Like some games I'll get, it's like just get absolutely rolled, right? And there's like nothing, like no one's doing well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like other games, it's like it's winnable, but I get rolled. Like I'm just getting killed every 2 seconds,
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. Like
So why do you think you're getting killed in those games where you could have made the difference? Like you mentioned, what is that exactly about there?
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to do like everything that like taking
Mm-hmm.
taking off angles, but like then I'll die, and then it'll make me not want to do it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. Like there's just game like I say over the last 2 days, like Saturday and Sunday, it was like I've just lost so many games,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it's like
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I just want to say, honestly, that's okay. As again, what happens usually, the higher you go, the more people start controlling space with you. They actually start taking angles, and that is where angle is going to be contested by somebody. So it's going to be exactly difficult for you to stay there for free. So you have to challenge. You have to challenge people on the angles first to be able to do something from your angle. I wouldn't say you still 100% should take the angle. You just need to make some adjustments. Well, it might be, well, first, how you use cover. That's been the biggest one. We talked about that quite a lot, yeah, so you stay alive there. But I think another one, and we can take a look at that, how you do that is making sure you challenge the other angles, people taking similar angles with you on the enemy team, so you will stay alive there a little bit more.
And the other thing as well is like I feel like a lot of people as well they play so aggressively that they always seem to be critical health.
Yeah.
So I have to heal them, but then I feel like I'm not doing anything else. I'm just healing people,
Yeah.
you know, because people play so aggressively.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like they're always critical.
No, it's faster paced. That's understandable too. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And it's like some games I'm just like, yeah, I just don't feel I'm doing like anything other than just healing.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is usually. I think more so it is. You need to adjust to the pace. Make sure you still do the same. If you recognize, well, you have to heal a lot. First of all, answering the question: did you do something proactive before? So the attention goes towards you. Remember our previous session, yeah, when I was saying you want to push up more. You want to take space. You want to make sure that the attention goes to you, so your team will not die. And there's a lot about that. I think adjusting to the pace, the higher you go, the faster the pacing is. Something you definitely want to keep an eye on. But yeah, it's a lot about playtime. But of course, those ideas we talked about before as well, those can be quite helpful too, I think. Yeah, by the way, how that went for you? The tempo, just making sure you adjust depending on the tempo so far. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, like I said, I've been trying to do. I've been trying to do everything that we've been talking about. It's just it's hard when you lose like every game. It's just hard to
Hmm.
keep doing that thing over and over again. You know.
Sure. Okay. Mm, I'm thinking, yeah. Mm, do you? Yeah. So you've been exclusively working on your tempo for the most part. That's what you've been doing.
Yeah, I've been trying to work on my alt as well, but my alt usage rather.
Yeah.
But it's still that's just games, you know,
Hmm.
because you can only get a certain amount per game, so it's like
Okay. Okay. Well, we possibly maybe if there are difficulties with just making sure you maintaining the focus, that is something we can discuss as well, like maybe discuss a few strategies. I don't know, something what comes to mind right away is taking breaks, of course, but we can also go over the other strategies maybe, so it's gonna be easier for you to keep implementing stuff, so you yeah, maybe not gonna be a lot of times people getting frustrated, right? The stuff happens. So it's something like maybe if you, especially if you're getting lose streaks, I'm thinking, yeah, if you lose multiple in a row, that might influence your gameplay.
I
That is
mean
some.
the other thing, the only other thing as well, I was gonna say was like as well like I've been in a lot of games where it's like say we'll die in a team fight, right? So say all five of us will die, but then like someone will go in, die, then they'll be on respawn, and then someone else, and it will just be like everybody's on a completely different respawn because nobody groups.
Sure.
As in, like nobody. What's the best way to put it? Not groups. Pushes together. I guess push together. That's what you want to call it. Like,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean? But it's just easier for them to kill people, you know.
Yeah.
But that's just. I don't know if that's just like the games I've been getting. It's just bad luck or what. I don't know.
Well,
I've
that
been
might
trying
be a
not to
little bit
think
of
about it, to be
both.
honest.
Yeah. 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 It might be a little bit of both. I would say a lot of times it's also when you lose multiple in a row that influences your future games where because you get into this sort of mindset. Well, your games you lost before that influence your your play. It influences how you play in the future. I think that is something you want to keep an eye on. It's just important. What do you do exactly if you got multiple losses? Yeah, see what kind of adjustments you can make because this is understandable one. And for me, even as a player too, I can relate to that. Even till now, sometimes a lot of times that can happen if I play, for example. Yeah, there are multiple games might lose. Yeah, we can actually discuss this a little bit more maybe first. I'm just gonna make some notes. I'll just maybe screen share this board first, and I'm just gonna let's write down. So we got the problem of yeah. So on one side, I'm just gonna name it here. We got problem, and another we can have solutions, and then in here, what happened is the problem is if you how you would phrase the problem exactly again. So that is so far what I understood is if you how do you call it lose multiple games in a row, then you getting frustrated, this sort of thing, or
It's not. I don't even know if I'd call it frustration. It's just like I just want to be. I just want to play better myself, you know.
okay,
And it's like I don't know. I don't even know how to word it. It's like I just want to improve in my own gameplay, but it's so
that's good.
frustrating when you lose every game.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know how to word that, but
Mm,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
because you don't feel like you're improving, even though you're playing
Mm,
loads of game after game.
mm-hmm,
You know?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna call it That's demotivating. Yeah, let's say.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
sure.
that's understandable. Okay. So the problem is that, and simple one, okay. Now some solutions. Well, first of all, you mention there's one specific point you said right away is hard to understand if you're making progress. Yeah, so it's just how to measure progress. Okay, maybe let's answer this one. How you would go about that first? How do you measure your progress? Progress.
How do I measure my progress?
Yeah, how do you do that?
Uh, it, the way I do it, and it's completely the wrong answer. I already know it is, but it's like I I measure it based on how many games I win and lose, even though that is completely the wrong answer.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
but on the flip side,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily care about winning
True.
if I play well.
Yeah.
If I lose, but I play well, I don't care. But if I lose and I think I played shit, I
Hmm.
care.
Yeah. And it's
You know, you
understandable
know.
because that is how you measure progress, right? You mentioned, okay, we're looking at the wins and losses. If I have more W's, then I'm making progress. If I have more losses, then I'm not making progress. Maybe uh, a lot of, yeah, what you mentioned in your before you did mention that as well quite a lot. Your mindset, overall mindset is I'm just trying to get better, but if you're measuring your progress with this, I think might be not as effective. So you want to change this, how you measure progress, instead of looking at wins and losses, to something else. So it's going to be more helpful, something consistent. That is something you want to choose. Okay. Generally speaking, I think it's easy. Well, a lot of times we mentioned we measure progress by looking at what? What was that for us?
Uh,
Like, how do I understand, like, what you use, for example, if you do better or not? What I look at, usually. What you can't look at. Oh, wait. I cannot hear you, it seems like.
no, hang on, I'm just thinking.
That's okay.
Uh,
Let's okay, we can make it simple. Let's just say, because wins and losses, that is something what's not consistent.
yeah,
You you cannot get consistent positive feedback based on that. Sometimes one day you lose no matter what, another day you win no matter what. And if you win, it motivates you. Yeah, there's some correlation to that. If you lose, it demotivates you because you measure progress based on that. But if you have something consistent, even though you win or lose, then it's always gonna be more motivating in a way. You always get something positive out of, even out of those games where you get a thrower, right? You still can take a look at, well, something consistent. You can find, maybe I don't know. I will give you a few suggestions. Maybe it can be having fun. You can always have fun. For example, for some players, it can be that. Maybe it's also improving at something. It just can be improving. I'm gonna call it like at certain goal, and we can name it like, for example, X. Yeah, something. Your goal can be that, but yeah. So first of all, what do you think about that? Those variables here. So how do you find this? Is it sounds good with you looking at this? So it's more consistent in a way, or
yeah. I mean, like I say, it's not necessarily the fact that. Hang on, let me just think of how to word this.
yeah,
Hang on.
yeah. I'm
It's
also
like if
mhm.
go on, go on.
Yeah. I just wanna what I'm getting at, I guess, is you want to make sure that if you find something consistent, you focus on. And for us, it's been a lot of, well, just how do we get better at certain skill. But are you actually looking at your gameplay and you measuring your progress? Are you actually looking at how you improve at certain skill by yourself? Are you doing that?
Yeah, but it's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
By 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 yourself, it's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
because you don't necessarily have the skills or the knowledge to know everything. You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
I can't go into a VOD review and say I can say okay, this was good and this was bad, but I can't say necessarily
Mhm,
why X is better than Y
mhm.
without knowing it myself. You know,
Yeah. 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 So. Mhm,
I can say oh, you know, this position in A was good because this
mhm,
happened or this can't happen.
mhm,
But I can't say, oh well, C position will be better
mhm,
than A and B because of this.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What you're saying, yeah, there are multiple variables you have to keep an eye on. Sometimes you don't know exactly what good position might be based on as well. There are a lot of stuff. Yeah, that is.
I
Mhm,
can only VOD review
mhm, mhm.
my own knowledge, if that makes sense.
Exactly. So you got it. That's what you need, and that's what I want you to do. You just want to use our previous ideas and invest. I would say, okay, it's gonna be just 2 water reviews, maybe. Just around 2 is enough. 15, 20 minutes each for, yeah, just for the week. Each week, yeah, let's say minutes, so minutes for each week. Let's say that. And what are you doing with those is I will give you an example. Do you have any recent game? Yeah, any game you wanted to look at?
I sent you a code for one of them. I mean, I can look at most of my losses
Oh yeah,
anyways. I can look at any of them, but
yeah, I got it. Yeah, there's.
I just sent you that one.
Yeah. So I want you to just look at how you self review later. So what you're gonna be doing is not trying to maybe figure out the problem like we do. Let's put it this way, a lot of our sessions, I'm just looking at your games and giving you diagnosis. Okay, what is the problem is for me, it's easier to identify, but your idea is with your self review is just to look at what we mentioned. So for example, we identify, I'm just gonna use the board again. Yeah, let's say we got the problem. So we got the problem in the water view, in the WOD, and then later you're gonna be reviewing based on what we reviewed. Yeah, maybe we got that. Okay, X is the problem, so you're gonna be just self what review and see how you do X. That's it. That's what you're gonna be looking at. You don't wanna look at anything else. And to give you an example, I'm the last session, I think we discussed the tempo. Yeah, we've been like,
Yeah.
okay, let's push up, give up space. So I'm just gonna be looking based on that. Okay, and this is what you're gonna be doing as well. Every fight, you just review that variable, whatever you got the problem with, maybe whatever you practicing. And I'm looking at this here. Okay, let's think. Okay, the first fight, I think it's fine. Taking a little bit more space there. The fight is even. Yeah, you just setting up around this box. Now you lost one, so you have to be more patient. Okay, you cannot take a lot of space. Maybe, okay, the enemy team, they allow you to do that a little bit, but you still have to be careful. Then another teammate dies. Okay, have to be more careful again. Okay. Yeah, so and this is how you review this, yeah, and I'm just watching it. Okay, each fight I'm watching, could I be more proactive or not? Like now, I'm thinking when the ball is in now and you have most of your teammates around, maybe you can peek out a little bit more aggressively there. Well, this guy's they're almost there, for example. And this is what you can write down for yourself. You just want to say, okay, could it be doing anything better related to these ideas? Maybe you should be pushing up more. That's what you notice. Or maybe you should be using cover in a certain way. Maybe you notice, I don't know, anything related to that idea, anything related to this concept. And here, for example, I want to say 100%, you shouldn't be here. You cannot play passive, right? You should be shooting now. You have 5-5, 5v5 people, and the tank is engaging, so it's fine. You can play faster. Yeah, you don't have to play slow anymore, okay? And you can write it down for yourself. Make the notes, okay? 2 times and notice you could be playing a little bit faster, maybe. You're good at playing slow there, okay? Then later, yeah, I think with this bridge, how you take it is by, well, I can either go there, here, but yeah, it's fine. There is something you can also notice. Okay. Okay, we took the position, that's good. It's 5v5 now, by the way, so it's great. You're playing fast, it's good. You just do some shooting there, staying in the angle, well... Shooting the Mercy, sure. Okay, yeah. And then we could say, okay, you played fast and it was good, generally speaking, but what was missing? Maybe it's target priority. Yeah, you can write this down. Or maybe it's you shooting, let's say, you shooting away from cover. If you shoot in that Mercy, you cannot just put yourself in this open position, yeah? And you write it down, and after this, it's not that you need to fix all this problem once you wrote those down, but you just want to, again, find a pattern for yourself. And based on those 3 fights, the pattern, well, the biggest one to me was you just needed to keep an eye on your 5v5 members more, like your tank is engaging, you want to engage more. And that's how you're going to be doing it as well. Basically looking at, okay, should I push up, take space now? Should I give up space now? What it's based on? Of course, it will... some of the stuff you will also, yeah, you have to do a lot of questioning, and maybe sometimes you're not gonna be going with the right answers exactly, but that is where I can help as well. Maybe you can send a few questions and see, okay, what I should be doing in this moment exactly, maybe what I should be, yeah, should I be worrying about certain thing, and maybe you can also keep an eye on, yeah, I'm thinking, and it's okay even for you to like have not as good theory about what you should be doing sometimes, and just see experiments, see how that goes. Yeah, maybe based on this brief review later, you could be saying, okay, it seems like I gotta be more aggressive when my tank is in. Let's try this out. Yeah, it's just small adjustments you will make when you're when you play your next games. You try this out, see how that goes. It goes better, nice. Maybe it's not, okay. You can also do some additional testing later, see, yeah, come up with another theory. But for this, I can help out a lot too, so it's fine. But that is how you want to do self-reviews. I think you definitely should, but just focus on the problems we already figured out, what we looked at before, and just review through the lens of those problems. You don't want to be like trying to analyze everything, come up with like crazy others, like some problem fixing solutions. I don't know. Yeah, you just want to look at those problems you got already. Reviews through the lens of those. That does it make sense?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I mean, the problem with losing a lot as well is like you lose a lot of games, and then
yeah.
you lose confidence in what
Yeah,
you're
you
doing,
lose
and that
confidence.
makes you lose more games.
Exactly.
And it's just this, it's just a
yeah,
cycle of like you lose a game, then you play more passive, so you lose another game, so you play even more
exactly.
passive, so you lose a game, and then you
Right.
might win a game, but then you lose the game again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm totally with you. Yeah, I understand. There is a big problem, and we hear. Yeah, what's your thoughts? If you lose confidence, and it's okay, actually. I wanna say, yeah, it's the pattern. Well, it can happen. Well, a lot of the confidence is also based on how do you measure progress. Yeah, if I understand how do I measure progress, if it's based on the problem, maybe you lose less of your confidence as well, because you consistent. Yeah, if you're disciplined with self reviews, you do this. I think it can help to some degree, but yeah, your confidence still, like wins and losses. Yeah, I think it just still might be, yeah, there's a lot in the nature of just how I think we interpret game results. Yeah, it just might be subconscious as well. But what you can do to make sure you don't lose as much confidence, or maybe may I don't know, even increase your confidence somehow. What you could be doing potentially, how to fix that too. What's your thoughts?
I think the part of it was just like there were so many games where like I would just get destroyed by enemy DPS because they're so much better in plat than what they were in
Uh-huh.
other ranks.
Okay.
And so it's like you don't want to get just one shot by an Ash, but then you try and play around it, and then you die by something else, and it's just this.
What exactly is happening with your confidence in those moments when you lose the duel with the Arya? Let's say it's Ash or whatever. Maybe it's out of support. What do you think right in that moment?
It depends how I lose it. Like
Yeah,
if it's close, it doesn't really bother me. But if
yeah.
I just get destroyed, I'm just like, okay, I'm just never fighting that person again. Like, I
Okay.
don't know. Like it depends what hero it is as well.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Because obviously, like I don't have a problem. To be honest, I don't have a problem with most heroes. It's just some heroes, and it's just like I just always seem to die by them.
Hmm. What
You
kind of
know, like
heroes?
Ash,
Ash.
Sombra, Farah if they've got a mercy pocket.
Okay.
Um, Moira, sometimes Moira, not always, but sometimes.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Farah if they've got a mercy pocket, like if they're being healed rather.
Okay. Yeah.
Hang on, let me just double
Um,
check. Hang on, he's gone. Tanks, I don't really have a problem with
hmm.
normally. Like tanks are fine. Supports are mostly fine because you never really fight each other anyway.
Okay.
Um, anyone else? Let me have a look. Sometimes if the Genji play is like really aggressive, then sometimes Genji. That's
Okay.
pretty much it.
Okay.
They're mainly those characters.
Okay. 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 So, and again, most of your when you get in the story, well, you did say that a lot of times you just don't exactly know what to do versus those characters, or
Well, so it's like I'll take them one by one.
hmm.
So it's like Ash is just like most of the time it's just a cover problem for me.
Okay.
It's like obviously if I'm getting tapped by the Ash, it's like either they can see me or something like
All right. All right.
that. Sombra is just annoying. I don't even know how else to put that. Sombra's just invisible.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, Moira, it only really matters if it's like a 1v1 because they don't have to aim. You just press right click.
Okay.
And then Farah, it's just really hard to kill Farah if she's being healed.
Okay. Okay.
Characters that I struggle to get to, mainly. And
Mm.
then Sombra just kills me before I even get a chance.
Okay. Okay. So again, can you describe me what exactly happens if you take the duel with the Sombra? Let's say they completely destroy you on over and over again. What happens exactly?
Sombra's the worst one because if I get killed by Sombra over and over again, I'm just so paranoid of where she's going to be
Okay.
because I just don't, she's invisible. Uh, yeah, it's just this like weird thing of like I'm like the very first fight, I'll be really like confident, taking fight, whatever. If I get destroyed by someone, it'll just be like I'm so much more passive.
Okay. Okay.
And let me see if I might be able to find one. Give me a second.
Yeah. Take your time.
Let me think of a game. Yeah, things like that basically.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. Well. So a lot of it is. Well, definitely. I think the big part is figuring out what to do versus those characters can be quite helpful. I think you're totally right. Versus the Ash is pretty common cover problem. You might also take long range angles, stuff like that. So you need to. I'm just actually I can write this down. Just what to do versus those characters in general. Versus Ash, you want to take short range angles. You want to also make sure you have good cover, stuff like that. I think is important. Well, based on what we saw before as well, I think it's gonna be really important for us versus Sombra. And yeah, you did mention as well, if you're getting killed a lot by the Sombra, you just might be paranoid about where they are, and then you're not being as proactive with your position sometimes because of it, because your working memory is just so busy with figuring out where the Sombra is. So I think about Sombra, if you really good at anticipating, so that's where game sense is really important. You need, I'm just gonna say, versus Sombra, you need to look to anticipate. Let's say to anticipate where they are more. It's usually you expect them on 180 angles somewhere. You expect them on some sort of flank behind your team. That is something you wanna. that is something you wanna try to scout more. I'm thinking you can also do spy checking. Spy checking, that's where you just shoot them.
Yeah, I do that.
Shoot in at the angle. That's where they might be. You usually want to use more verticality too, because if they use Gator to get to you, well, if you're on vertical space, and you usually should be, they raise the cooldown if they get to you with Gator, and that's quite helpful. You can even outduel them. You just want to make sure you maintain range versus them. So it's maintain range. I remember there was a game, probably Circuit Royale, if I'm not mistaken, where you've been taking an angle versus Sombra, but you get too close and they kill you. So we want to keep an eye on that too.
I sent you a code, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to, I can look at that.
No, you carry on. I was just saying it while I was.
Yeah.
I didn't know whether you'd seen it. That was all.
No, it's good. It's good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking about something like Moira. Well, nothing too specific. Maintaining longer range angles versus Farah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say Moira's not to use it. It's just 1v1 with Moira. It's not necessarily in a team fight. It's just 1v1.
1v1. Yeah.
Because obviously, like I say, Moira you just press right click. You don't have to aim per se, do you?
Yeah.
And obviously they've got the damage orb or the heal orb or whatever else.
I think the important thing about Moira might be really counterintuitive a lot of times for you, because you got the character with movement. You have to move quite a lot left and right. Is you don't want to move. You just want to stand still if you duel with the Moira. And because this might be intuitive for you already, you probably de-strafe a lot. Well, I mean, based on what we see, you do. You moving your character a lot, and versus Moira, you don't want to move. You just want to stand still a little bit more. And yes, you take longer range too, but because Moira's aim is out to aim, if she already got to you for whatever reason, a lot of people they tend to strafe and then they just cannot shoot Moira because
Oh, that's actually a good point. That's actually a really good point.
Yeah. Maybe
I mean, I was watching a video the other day about aiming or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was about how if I'm moving and shooting, it puts in another factor. So like moving is a factor, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with Moira, if they don't have to aim anyway, then there's no point in me moving because I can't out move them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Because if all they have to do is press right click on me, like as long as I'm on their screen, my movement isn't going to make any difference.
Exactly.
Because they're locked on. It's a lock on ability. Like, except for obviously if I can get behind cover. But
yeah, cover is pretty useful too.
In the open, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you can keep an eye on that more. I'm just thinking right away, and it's based on what I saw before and just most common problems. Based on that, I just mentioned some stuff here. Obviously, there might be also other things, but that is something what comes to mind right away. You can take a look at those notes later. I'm thinking it's useful. It's gonna be useful. Versus Farah with Pocket, I don't think you take the duel at all. Usually, versus Farah, you just try and shoot something else. Of course, there are sometimes situations where the Farah, if she got a pocket, maybe the Mercy, they quite low, maybe you can challenge them. You notice that they pretty much 1 HP, then sure, you can go for it, but most of the time you don't have to. You can ignore them a little bit more.
Because
And
the
yeah,
game I sent you had a Farah pocket in it on the enemy team, but nobody shoots at the Farah or
yeah,
the Mercy, so they just dominate the entire game.
sure, sure.
And it's so hard not to do it
I see. Okay,
when no one else is doing it.
okay,
Because
okay.
then I don't know,
Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. I think we
it's just
can.
frustrating.
Yeah, we can take a look. A lot of, because here's the thing is, well, a lot of your target priority should be, because sometimes people say let's shoot something because this guy doing a lot, but a lot of times it's not right. Like, for example, even just based on team comp perspective, I'm looking at if I got a lot of team members, something like, yeah, a lot of brawl team members, something like brawl, something like May, Reaper, Ryan, maybe Moira, Lucio. I'm not gonna able to kill the Pharah even. I'm just gonna be able to deal with more stationary ground members, for example. And it's gonna be really important to look at whenever you're shooting something, look at if your team's actually designed like your win condition in a way. Is it actually to try and shoot the Pharah? Because sometimes when people trying like really hard to shoot the Pharah, then they lose the big picture kind of, and they
Yep,
just
that's exactly what happened in that replay I sent you.
maybe, yeah. That might be this one. But yeah,
I got so annoyed.
yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. So all this is useful. I just want to make sure we finish with this first, and yeah, we can look into the replay later. I'm just okay. When we're losing confidence, it's a lot about figuring out what to do. But is there anything else? Okay, the solutions. Oh, when you lose the confidence, what else you might do to make sure you maintain it? Maybe the confidence gets restored in a way. Anything else? What comes to mind?
Like I said, a lot of it is just like just the just the losing streak that you know in your head. It's like you've lost so many games.
Yeah, yeah. That's understandable. So yeah, I think it's a lot about this. Yeah, to also make sure we can measure progress. Yeah, what it's based on, because there are gonna be definitely days where you lose a lot. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
there's that definitely gonna happen. I'm
I
thinking,
mean, I wrote it down. I mean, I even wrote it down here.
yeah,
I even put I went from silver 4 to plat 2, right, in 1 month, and
yeah,
then in 2 days I went from plat 2 to plat 4.
that's okay.
And it's like,
That's alright.
yeah, but like I say, when you look at it that way, it seems really bad, you know, even though it might not be that bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm thinking again because see you saying as well, if you making good progress you get certain rank, right? And if you if you don't make a good progress you see, okay, I lose a lot of rank. So it's kind of similar to me what you mentioned before, like wins and losses. Is kind of similar pattern to me. You wanna, yeah, you wanna somehow isolate the rank from your progressing, you measuring the progress. Yeah, if you measure the progress, it shouldn't be based on what rank you see somehow. If that makes sense. Yeah, obviously it's not. It's easier said than done, but it's just constantly. I think reminding yourself, making sure you do the things which supporting your mental in a way, so you keep the right direction going. For example, well, ideally, I would say if the player is practicing their skill set, they're doing war reviews, they're having fun, they're improving a certain goal consistently, maybe it's something, yeah, they improve at, their rank gets higher, right? But it's difficult. It's still difficult to make sure you consistently doing that. But here's the thing. If you put in an effort towards this, inevitably the changes, the positive changes, gonna be still you're still gonna improve more and more. Yes, it's hard, but and you might
But
notice that yeah, sometimes.
yeah,
Mhm.
I don't think I look at it that way. It's not an ego thing, you know. It's not like, oh, I'm a certain rank. It's just I want to get better.
Yeah.
So it's not like a. I know, like some people, they go, "Oh, I'm Diamond 2, whatever." Everyone else is terrible.
Yeah.
It's not an ego thing for me. It's just like I just want to get better.
Okay. Yeah. Understandable. Yeah. Then let's keep looking at those had this here. I'm thinking. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what are we getting bad, and let's fix that first of all. What are you in maybe a little bit more? I'm thinking this is gonna help a lot. I also gonna write down still. You probably do that, and we talked about that before. Making sure you take breaks and yeah. So far, how do you take breaks? By the way, what was your routine so far with this?
Usually, if I lose, like I don't know 3 games in a row, I'll take 10, 20 minutes, do something else, come back,
Yeah.
play again,
Okay.
and then if I go another, I don't know, 2 games, losing whatever, I'll normally just take a longer break, or sometimes I just don't even play. If like I think it was yesterday or Saturday, one of the games, and I lost like 8 in a row, and I just was done for the day. I was like, okay, I'm just done for the
Mm-hmm.
day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because at that point, I knew I weren't going to get
Mm.
the mental back at that point.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have 10.
Oh, you did cut off for a second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hello.
Oh yeah, you back. Yeah, so what did you say? I think the last
Oh yeah,
sentence.
I said I lost like out of 10 games, I lost like 9 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was just like, okay, I'm just done for the day. Like I'm not getting that mental back.
Okay. Yeah. I think this is an understandable one too. Yeah, and it's really important point as well. If you ever notice, yeah, I'm gonna say with confidence because if you lose a lot of games as well, you might lose some big part of fun as well. Make sure you have fun with whatever you practice. This is gonna be really important factor. Yeah, make sure you have fun, and this one there's a lot into it actually. It might be just at what time of the day you play, at what, yeah, what kind of goals you have. Maybe if you play with a certain friend, sometimes like duo queue, it also brings you more fun. That's also important part about that too. And yeah, the way you take breaks, I think yeah, what you described there, I think it's fine. Yeah, make sure this something. I'm gonna put it on top there because more important. Make sure this is there. Something what comes to mind as well is a lot of our what reviews and whenever we work on something, there's a tendency. Well, a lot of people do that. Is they pay attention to the problems, like whatever the problems you got. Yeah, making sure you're able to fix that. But I'm also thinking if you lose your confidence, you need to somehow just think about what you're good at and do that more. So look at it already and see, okay, what kind of ideas I'm implementing really well. So what I do well and find ways to do that more. Okay, to do that more, and also remind yourself. Yeah, maybe remind yourself somehow in those moments of you losing confidence. Just maybe have certain notes somewhere where you can just look at those and see. I'm actually pretty good. It's fine, and you are pretty good. I'm thinking you went in the months from silver to plat, 2 ranks higher. That's a really good progress, actually. Even though you just, well, it's okay to lose from Plat 2 to Plat 4, but overall your progress has been huge, right? So that is something what's important to remind yourself about too, and anything related to this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like so, I've been making notes.
Yeah, that's
But I
great.
don't just put bad things; I put good things as well.
Yeah.
You like
Yeah, I'm thinking all of this is useful here. Yeah,
I
maybe
mean,
Mhm.
I don't, it sounds really stupid, right? But I even went on, like the leaderboards,
Yeah.
the top 500.
Yeah.
And I went on support and whatever thing, and I just clicked on random players, right? And it's like, even like the top players have a win rate of about 60%
Yeah.
on their main characters,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But it sounds stupid, but it was just like a little thing to say, like, okay, even the best players lose a lot of games.
Yeah. 40%.
Like,
Exactly.
they don't they don't just. But it's a perception that if you're a good player, you
Hmm.
win a lot of games. That's not necessarily true. Necessarily.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then there's the thing as well about it's just they win that amount of games in that environment where they are. If the environment is different, it also might change their win percent.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
keep that in mind too. But yeah. You're right that a lot
But
of
it was just the idea of it
yeah, the idea, yeah,
more than
exactly,
anything.
yeah, exactly, and that's why aiming towards the top, being top player, a lot of it's really important how you solve your effective practice. Yeah, making sure you mentally fine with losses and how do you perceive, interpret the losses. Yeah, what happens if you lose confidence, because even at the top level you can lose a lot of games, and seeing, okay, what do you do, what are the solutions? Yeah, maybe we don't have any crazy solutions. Well, there's never going to be any like too crazy solutions. There's always going to be something. We're going to increase your improvement maybe by 1% or 2%, but all of this add this up together, and eventually you get really good numbers. I'm thinking, yeah, that's what it's all about. Just making sure you climb towards the top of the mountain with the small steps instead of trying to
Yeah,
jump on top. Yeah, you just climb step by step every time. And the thing is about what's good about it as well, each step you make, the higher you go, you know what kind of tools you got. So it's on you to think about how how to make the best next step. Yeah, what do you exactly do with your tools? Nobody can exactly tell you 100% this is what you got to do to make sure you jump
yeah,
on top of the mountain. You never know, because only you know what kind of resources you got. So that's why, yeah, it's important. Yeah, okay. Yeah, anything else maybe? What comes to mind? I'm thinking, yeah, we made a lot of notes there already, but I'm thinking long-term, this is really useful. All of this talk, I think the mentality behind improvement, effective practice, it's even more important than just us looking at the gameplay, to be honest. But yeah, what's your thoughts on this so far? Anything to add?
yeah.
Any
No,
questions?
it's just because, like I say, I think as well. What didn't help, to be honest, is I made a lot of progress really quickly, and then started to go down. So it
Mm-hmm.
seems a lot worse than what it actually is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Yeah, it's also
And it
important,
could
yeah.
just be like I was thinking like yesterday. It could literally just be 2 or 3 days of just like really bad games,
Hmm.
and then it might be okay again. I don't know. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
all I can do is just play my best,
Sure, sure.
try
So,
to improve.
yeah, yeah.
That's all. That's all you can do.
I'm thinking, yeah, sure. Well, you keep those notes in mind, yeah, and whatever notes you make it as well, make sure, yeah, those use those as well. I'm thinking the most important. Well, all of this is, I think, is important, but especially starting with this, your factor practice, like understand how do you measure progress. I think make sure you solve this first, so it's gonna be easier as well. Like at certain rituals, yeah, like what if you use a good one, you definitely have to do that more. Yeah, make sure the quality, you spend the quality time with that. You don't have to do too much. That's why I said two what if views each week is enough. 15 minutes. You don't have to do a lot. Just make sure it's fun. You maybe I don't know, drink cup of tea, like me, for example. You just watch every fight, see, okay, am I doing this tempo right? Yeah, am I pushing up, taking space? Yeah, well, falling back. Okay, it seems like the pattern you noticed, maybe it's been I'm just not engaging with my tank, or maybe it's something else. Yeah, it's you try to fix that. It's fine. I'm thinking this way it's gonna be should be engaging and fun. You shouldn't write down a lot of problems. I remember some of the people they've been telling me, I do word abuse, but then when I figure out how they do that, they write down so many problems to fix, and they are not maybe sometimes connected with each other, and it's so frustrating to fix all at once as well. They may be really good at like identifying the problems, but getting into practice is so tough because you have to think about so much stuff, and there's just it's demotivating too. So it's one of those things. Keep an eye on. Okay. Yeah, we spent some time on this. Well, we have time to look into gameplay finally, or it's up to you. What do you want to do? Do you want to look at this
Yeah, we can
second
do
one?
that. Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Sure. Let's see. Okay, what we got? Well, the first game. Yeah, I'm thinking of what is that scene we can look at then? Because before we just looked into tempo, and you did mention your problem sometimes is maybe getting killed when taking angles. Yeah, that's what I wrote down. I think this one important to look at. Maybe. Yeah, do you think it's the game where you've been taking angles and it's been tough? Or maybe the first one, actually, Gibraltar one.
I think this one was a lot worse because they had a Farah Mercy pocket and an Ash. So it's like if I stay on an angle, I get hit by the Farah, and if I go out of the angle, I get killed by the Ash.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm thinking, reasonable. And
I
I'm
think I
gonna.
die.
Yeah.
I think I die early from the Ash. Well, I don't not early, but the first fight. I think what happens is I jump off of this balcony to start retreating because people die on my team, and then Ash snipes me from an angle. I think.
Okay. Let's take a
I'm
look.
pretty sure that's what happens.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna say it again. Probably. We're gonna look into not just exactly how you take in and using the angles, but probably looking towards are you actually in control of the angles more? There's usually what you described there, it's a signal of that problem. We want to make sure we disable to understand, okay, well, what kind of things can contest us, well, what is there to exactly kill us, maybe, and after that, you can use the angles freely. You have to do your homework basically before you use the angle. You have to deal with certain strats sometimes, push them out, even though those are longer range strats, maybe like Ash.
I was gonna say this initial bit I was talking to someone, so I wasn't really.
Yeah, this is sorry. This was initial, and that was what again? Sorry.
No, what? Sorry, if you go when they first come out the gate, I was talking to someone, so I wasn't actually watching what I was doing, which is why I was shooting up in the sky pretty much. I'm back in it now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so that is when staying up on the top there. You have the vertical, let's see, and then going back. Mm-hmm. Did you look to implement down nodes from offline view? What I mentioned before about your position when you take in space or
I
pushing
should have
back?
been closer to the wall, and then I should have gone from cover to cover.
Mm-hmm.
But I tried to double jump to heal the Junker Queen, but that meant I was in the open, and the Junker Queen died, and then because I try and torpedo the Junker Queen, but then I'm in mid open, and then I had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Right here, I just have nowhere to go.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm thinking slowing down for you is gonna be really good, because this position, if you have different contacts, maybe if you picking out from here, it's not that bad. Maybe if you also not missing some of this HP too, you just need to probably take it slower. So I'm here at this position there on the top. Well, done some shooting. Probably don't want to go too high, because there are multiple sweats. But even there, your movement, the way we want to go is thinking about if you look at the map, you can separate it on few lanes. Yeah, I think that is something we talked about too. I'm thinking you need to just lean towards more side lanes. Typically, it's somewhere to the left, to the right. Sometimes it's not as clear. Some maps, because each lane it can also go into one another. But yeah, you can kind of technically say
Yeah,
there's few
this
lanes.
was like I say, this was just an awkward one because I was sort of in the
Yeah,
middle of nowhere
understandable.
as everyone was looking at me.
Okay.
This was just complete ego play. I was trying to kill the Mercy before she got the res, and then I die.
Yeah.
Or I was trying to stop the Mercy from resing, but she just did anyway.
Okay. Okay.
And then I kind of I swap because I just get so annoyed about the Pharaoh Mercy pocket.
Right, right. What's your thoughts,
And
by the way, about if you look into, because we didn't mention the big picture, and that's something you want to look at in general, your composition versus the enemy. What's your thoughts? How do you guys win overall? Anything specific? What do you see there?
probably just rule.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is what you
Got a
thought.
May, we got a Jungle Queen.
Exactly. Yeah. Simple answer. Yeah, I'm just looking at what kind of fights you're gonna take. I'm thinking from perspective of the range, it's fine to answer. Are you looking to take more longer range fights, shorter range fights? It's always easier to solve this way. So this is where you maybe can also make a decision to not maybe position in a certain way. That's for one, if you play the character. Yeah, let me just write it down. Yeah, team composition. Team composition. So it's about position and of course character swap too. Yeah, if you know you guys have fun at brawling. I'm thinking Juno is alright. Juno is fine. Juno can work. It's a projectile character, not exactly too a long range character. Like Baptista's a longer range, actually. Yeah, because of his shots in general. He's a hit scan too, so it's easier for him to maintain longer range. That's why you don't have to. I'm thinking most of your gameplay is you ignore the fire. You're just gonna be shooting what, by the way? What do you need to be most likely shooting on the enemy team?
Yeah,
You said Ash?
maybe.
Yeah.
Ash.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, that's it. I'm probably and you're gonna be always looking into the scene. Okay, what's the weaker link? And you have the longer range characters. If they have some sort of longer range character, you stronger at fighting them close range. If you're one shot, you can get closer. Versus them, I'm thinking you can win. Yeah. So Ash might be the one. Even Zarya might be the one as well. Even though the brawl character, but you stronger at brawling overall. You guys together, so you can be the character too. That's what I think. Yeah, most of it is gonna be that. Do you want to watch your BAP there then? If you, yeah. Yeah, there seems like a lot of swapping there, yeah? You also went Ana at the end. You've been playing on an attack there too. So the
Oh
reason it
yeah.
was the same because of the Pharah?
Uh, yeah, and I wanted the anti-nade.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
not for the Pharaoh, for the Ash or the Zarya.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
to be honest, we'd have to watch the rest of this game. I think I just swap heroes from the end of the
Yeah.
game. To be
Yeah.
fair,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
it was just more of a this is what happened when I get tunnel visioned on a Pharaoh
hmm. Yeah,
Mercy.
and that's important to recognize. Yeah, then let's make sure your solutions to your problem whenever you're gonna be looking at team comp. Yeah, make sure you let's say pick the character accordingly to your team comp win condition. Okay, and it's not only about that too, but most of it I think it should help with quite a lot. You, for example, there, yeah, what we got at the start, we got brawl team. So any character which helps you out with the brawl scenarios more. It's good. Like Juno is pretty good with brawl characters overall because you're able to move from one point to another. And let me just get in. Yeah. So her circle, her ring, yeah, her shift as well. You can easily catch this guys pushing up, and you don't have to exactly look into every variable on your team. Just understand the main direction. What you're going with. That's what I would say. Want to keep an eye on a lot. Yeah, I don't want to maybe go into this too much. Maybe I think for later, this topic is gonna be good. Just seeing how you adjust depending on your team composition and the enemy too, because it's quite a huge topic. Yeah, but for now, I'm just gonna say keep it simple. You're looking at your team comp, look at the range, understand what do you lean towards, and pick the character accordingly. It should be fine. Okay, is it sounds good?
Yeah, no, I think sometimes I just find it frustrating if there's something like a Pharaoh Mercy combo and it's just like nothing's happening to it.
Yeah, yeah,
Even though it is not my job,
yeah,
it's just annoying.
yeah, yeah. This part is still gonna be important for us. Yeah, we definitely need to be okay with those moments. Well, the fire is doing a lot, but is your composition, are they really good at dealing with fire? If they're not, then it's fine that fire is doing a lot, and you don't have to even kill her a lot of times. This is always good to look at the big picture. That's fine. Yeah, we can discuss that more later. And you getting into diamond almost. Yeah, you've been plat too, so it's good. It's good to discuss that later. For now, we'll just start with the range and such. What about your first game? Yeah, or do you have anything else to look at where you had troubles taking angles?
Have a look. Hmm. This game was a little bit weird for me actually. It was a very difficult game for me. Well, I lost. So this game that I just sent you,
Yeah.
the the entire game just felt weird. I like the position of me just felt really bad positioning wise. I was Juno the entire game. Um,
Okay, let's see the same topic again. The controlling angle is just making sure you get in a position. You yeah, you just clear the threats too. Let's see how that's gonna go. Okay, so took an angle there, the left side. Okay, can work. It's also fine if you can get up on the pillar sometimes there. Okay, there's nobody contesting you too, so you have more freedom. Okay, kind of shooting from here. Sure. Okay.
it just felt very awkward for me.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking the only thing which I noticed right away is probably trying to get towards the top of the pillar there. So it's just the way you roll. You kind of want to get on top of this first, and then yeah. What's the exact rollout actually? Because I'm pretty sure you yeah. So you kind of get on top of this, and then you go here.
Yeah, you can get on
Yeah.
there. I think you have to boost, like get that ramp up on the middle and then go to
Mm-hmm.
the top. I think off the
Yeah.
top of my
It's
head.
possible. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it before. I've done it before.
Yeah, it's definitely possible because I constantly see it, but just figuring out the specifics, I think, yeah, what you mentioned there, just getting there with double jump, using shift, double jump, yeah, kind of constantly, because you can also, if you 1 meter, let's say, like here, there's 1 meter structure, like going up, you're gonna go above that structure if you're using your shift.
Mm.
That's why you kind of, if you slide on some sort of curves or
Yeah,
the
you can
stairs, yeah, you go up.
slide up. Yeah.
Yeah, you can slide up. It's kind of similar.
So this game, I just didn't feel. I just felt a bit useless. This game. It was like, I mean, this is just.
Now it's where the somber's in the back. Okay, challenge the somber for a little.
It's just. It just feels really messy. Like the entire game just feels messy.
Okay, so get there. Yeah, let me see how you do that. Yeah, so you just go
I
in.
think you can
Yeah,
just
right away.
jump and then
Yeah,
shit.
just
You can just
jump.
double
Yeah.
jump shit.
Yeah, even from here, it's enough. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, you have a good angle there. Okay. Sure. And see what you did before as well, by the way. You kind of went towards here, you clear the Sombra, so making sure you're in control. You're gonna be in control of the angle, and then later you can move in for free. You can use the angle, maybe shoot from here or move deeper if your team is adjusting. That's your constant game flow actually. You're just gonna be staying at those positions and yeah, making sure just before once you got to the positions you clear those. Unfortunately your team is getting shotted there, but I think most of it, your position, it's okay. You just don't want to drop from there. You want to
Yeah, I only dropped because I couldn't see Doom on the wall.
Oh, yeah. Oh well.
And I thought I could save him, and then he got shattered. So
Yeah, well,
it is what it is.
it's kind of one of this. Well, I'm not sure. Well, the reasoning, well, it can be okay if you can save the teammate. It can be okay to just kill them because you can draw. But from here, I'm thinking, yeah, do this first. See if you go left, right, based on your angle first. You can just jiggle around, but it's fine. Okay. Okay, they get shattered, they can't do much. Maybe challenge the Sombra, sure. Then going back here, waiting for the team, now. Okay. Yeah, clear the Sombra, okay. Okay, fine. What's your thoughts on this engagement overall?
I didn't need to use the ult.
Yeah, that's 100%.
I knew that as soon as I did it, I knew it.
Yeah.
I think what it was I was spamming Q, but then Soldier killed whoever was up top.
Okay.
I think I was on 99%, and I was like, okay, I can actually use it in a 4v4. So I was spamming Q, and then I used it as, I think Anna dies or whoever it is.
Mm-hmm.
That was just an impatient play, I think, rather than a.
What do you think about your position?
It's just like I say, this whole game just felt awkward. Like my team just felt completely split. Like because we've got a Doom that wants to go in, a Soldier that doesn't want to go in, and Ashton doesn't want to go in.
So, breaking it down on 2 steps again, yeah? Taking an angle, making sure we're in control, and then using the angle. Does angle, this one make sense to us now, or?
Could have gone left side, really.
It could, but here's the thing as well. Should you go the left side now? How do you play now? Do you play fast or slow?
Fast if Doom goes in, and it's 5v4.
Yeah, Doomfist goes in, it's 5v4, and your Mercy is also gonna use Valkyrie too. So I'm thinking it makes total sense if you don't have this left angle. It's fine for you to sort of cheat a little and just try to use the advantage you got. Maybe you're leaning towards the main, but still, you're not exactly staying with the rest of these guys. Yeah, you're still taking an angle, and this works. It's okay. You have an advantage. If you don't, then I'm thinking going all the way left is fine. That's it.
Yeah, I do move forward. Like here, I move forward because Doom goes in, and it gets us a kill.
Yeah. I'd say it's gonna be fine.
The ult's just
yeah.
What it is.
Just don't need the ultimate, as you said. Yeah. Okay. Now it's gonna be the same situation.
I'm just checking for
yeah. That's good. That's good. That's good. So you got an angle. Now, if you want to get a control over the angle, you can spy check for Sombra. You can make sure you deal with whatever threat you got and on the enemy team too.
See, like I'm just trying to heal Bob because I know they can't contest the Bob. Like Bob's basically holding their entire team in their doorway.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to shoot the Bob to keep them there until Doomfist gets back.
Okay.
Was the idea. Basically. I hit the Bob and then I'm just shooting it, hoping Doom can get back in time for this to be a 5v5.
I'm thinking it's fine, but my question again, the same to you, is about your position. Where should you be? Should it be here?
Well, not here. I'm in the middle of the doorway,
Yeah.
staring at their entire team.
Where should you go from here?
Left side.
Yeah, just go left side.
Or I was gonna say all right side. But
Yeah,
left side.
yeah. So this is what you need to look at more, in my opinion. It's more about understanding when you keep controlling the lane and when not. Yeah. So I'm gonna let me write it down. Lane control. Okay. If you playing it slow, if you just, I'm thinking, yeah, playing it slow, getting an advantage. Let's say it this way. You maintain your lane. You try to move in the lane as much as possible. Okay, move in the lane. And if you have a big advantage, then go back towards the main. Okay, go back towards the main usually. Okay, I'm gonna write it down. Go back towards the main. It might be the one. Yeah, if you well, it's I just say it's kind of like it, because you got big advantage. Maybe there are a lot of ultimates. You don't have to control good lanes anymore. It's just because you have so much power. You can already strike. Yeah, there's so much resources you got. You can stuck on, like it was before, this main lane. Okay, but if you don't have power, then lean towards the lanes in here. It also can be, if you're at really big disadvantage, you typically also might go back towards the main lane too. Sometimes maybe you lose all of your resources and cooldowns, then go towards that, but if not, then you're gonna keep playing there. So see, it's neither of those cases. You have your resources, and they don't have a too big of advantage. So you keep maintaining this. It's fine. Stay in there. Soldier can take care about himself. They're pretty self-sufficient a lot of times. You shooting Bob is okay. Healing up the Bob is okay. And also pushing from this angle too. Maybe you can get another angle on the Rhine shield. Maybe somebody is gonna get low.
I think I've mentioned this last time actually, but I think I move around way too much.
Yeah, move around, but move towards the higher quality positions.
Yeah, I don't think I hold a position.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned that last.
Yeah, that's what I want you to do. Yeah, exactly. Try to maintain your lane more. Just literally think what the lane you're on and look to maintain it. Obviously, you can switch lanes too, but with you and Juno, we want to be somewhere on the side lanes more. That's why, like, here, I'm thinking, well, you have a big advantage, so you can lean towards the main lane. I think it's fine. Yeah, it's actually fine to maintain this main lane. Why not? Big advantage, sure, you can just use this, all this passive advantage you got. Now, if you don't have it anymore, then you lean towards the side lanes later.
I think I'm too reliant on the main lane as well. A lot of the time.
See, now, they lost, well, you lost one. It's fine, it's not the end of the world, though. You still can get a pick and make it 4v4, so trying to maintain the lane somewhere, it's good enough. Like left, right. Yeah, I'm thinking from here. Okay, this one is interesting. So how do you keep maintaining your lanes? What's your thoughts? These guys are pushing you from here as well.
If I want to keep maintaining the lane I'm on.
Yeah, you definitely wanna. Yeah, you're 4v5, so it's possible to get a pick. I'm thinking.
Don't go into the point.
Okay. So your rotation would be what? You would just go around this way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It might work. Well, it can work, but then if you move back a little, you still move in the lane here. This guy's pushing you. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say go into point, but go into where the ash is. But then that's not maintaining the lane.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can also do that. You can switch. I'm thinking how to put it, because if they send too many resources, like I mentioned, if you're gonna be at big disadvantage, it's yeah, you will have to give up this lane, maybe move towards another one, like in here, maybe there, the main one. But later, what is important? If you give up the lane, okay. So I'm gonna write it down as well. If you gave up the lane, make sure you retake it. Yeah, try to retake your good lane if possible. So I'm thinking, even though I'm pushing back, which is not as necessary, maybe you pulled back towards here. Yeah, later your ideas can be, okay, how can I retake the lane later? Maybe even going the other way can also be fine. But see, this is what gets you killed, actually. You're just going back towards the main. I don't think it's necessary. In here, too. Yeah, you have to separate the lanes for yourself. Maybe anticipate, think, okay, that there is gonna be the main lane. That is where it goes. That is where it's gonna be the side lane. The left side, the right side. I wanna take the side lanes more.
Here we just get stuck in this
Yeah.
doorway. I don't know. Like I was thinking, that I should have gone maybe to the right because there's a door to the right.
Yeah, you can try. Well,
But then
there's.
I don't know if that was just an int play.
You can actually try. I would try this. You just need to make sure you
I
have
think I
time for
do.
this.
I think I do later.
Yeah. Yeah.
I go the other way.
I'm thinking right away. If you think, okay, if you have time to do that, why not? Especially now, you
Yeah, I do
guys are
have
playing slow. So.
'Cause even if I get them to turn around, it's still better.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna work. It's okay. You could at least like try to lean towards that. You're still gonna be waiting for your mercy to come back. Once they're back, if you hear now, it's okay. You would not go towards the right anymore because you have such a big advantage here because of the mercy ultimate. So you just push through and maybe get towards here. Maybe you go towards the right side. Yeah, but by default, you lean. Yeah. And see, you do this again. You have this main lane in here. So this is how it goes. Yeah, you have this sort of, I don't know. It's not too clear here, but this is the main one here. There's the side here, and there's another one in here. And you go towards the main. You shouldn't do that by default. And see, this is what you're gonna be challenging with first, too. Whenever you're gonna be on the lane, you see this. I'm getting into position, taking the angle. I'm gonna be clearing angles. First, I'm clearing my lane, and then later you're gonna be using my lane, your lane in here. So you don't just go, don't skip steps. That's why I'm thinking 3-step plan for you is gonna be useful too. Take the lane, control the lane. Yeah, get rid of this. Hey, what? What happened to the Doomfist? This okay. You get shouted mid shift.
That's just Overwatch things.
Yeah.
We don't question those plays.
Yeah, it's funny. Okay.
Got them into the back line. We take those.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. Well, but yeah, that does make sense there with. Yeah. What I mentioned. Okay. Hey, how you would summarize this so far? What have we seen? How you? Yeah.
Oh, we've talked about a lot.
Yeah, let's start with maintaining lanes. What's your thoughts? First of all, how we would put it?
Well, I would say for me to stop prioritizing the main lane.
Okay.
First of all, so either the left or the right lane.
Sure.
Control that lane, and then apply pressure. I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then if I am in the main lane for whatever reason, instead of backing on the main lane, try and back on a different lane.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Using cover to cover.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. I'm thinking, yeah, this. Yeah, I'm gonna say there are gonna be two main things. The first one is make sure you have this extra step. Yeah, you in control of the lane first. Make sure you have that. I think a lot of times you include the Sombra, actually a good example for you. How you do that, include the angle, and then, yeah, you feel free to use that later. I think it would fine, most of it, versus the Sombra. Also, spy checking is good. And, yeah, just don't skip steps later. And yeah, make sure you're in control all the time. And the big thing is gonna be moving on the lane. Understand how do you move? What is based on? If you so there's gonna be one. If you have big advantage, then you can use main lane. Okay. If you do not have big advantage, how do I put it? Yeah, if you do not have too big of advantage, kind of, if you the start of the fight as well. Yeah, that's when it's usually most of your times
Yeah.
you're gonna be leaning towards the side lanes. Okay, you're gonna be staying there. Maybe for us, yeah, let's just even say let's stay on the side lanes as much as possible, and only if you have too big of advantage, then you can go towards the main one.
Mm.
Yeah, I think most of it is gonna be that,
Yeah,
and
that's good. I think for me.
yeah, let's do it
I
this
pick
way. Hmm.
big advantage main lane, disadvantage side lane.
Yeah. Let's okay. I also gonna add because might be it also a huge disadvantage. It's when you 4v5, not for like 1v5 for example, 2v5. It's gonna be difficult for you to maintain the lane too. That's why you usually find yourself falling back towards the main too. So that's fine. So it's kind of two extremes. It's either I have big advantage and I maintain the main, or big disadvantage, huge disadvantage. Then yeah, staying main is fine. But most of the times, yeah, 4v5, 5v5, 3v5 even, 5v3. I'm thinking, yeah, keep maintaining the side lanes. Side lanes. Okay. Yeah, let's put it this way. Yeah, anything else?
Hey, a lot of it was just about wasn't even VOD review, was it?
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, no, but that's good though.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's important to discuss, I think,
Um,
especially at this point, yeah. It's
Obviously about self VOD review about
mm,
that.
yeah,
I need to figure out how I measure improvement as well.
yeah.
That's what we talked about.
All those notes, by the way, I just used the screenshot and I
Yep.
copy pasted it in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be in our notes there too, so you can read it. Maybe if you got some harder notes you want to make, you can, yeah, feel free to use our doc here or your own doc. It's fine, but yeah, make sure keep an eye on those notes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.